Today we're speaking with Richard Teng, CEO of the Financial Services Regulatory Authority, Abu Dhabi Global Markets. Richard, you joined ADGM in March 2015 to spearhead the launch of a new financial center. What attracted you to this opportunity?
Well, at the very beginning, I started my career in Singapore with the Monetary Authority of Singapore in 1994. And I was fortunate enough to be involved in developing Singapore from a regional financial center to an international financial center. And a lot of things that you see in Singapore today in terms of asset management, wealth management space, the cornerstone was put in place way back in the 90s. So having done that, gotten that experience, when a new opportunity came about to build a totally new international financial center in the Middle East and Africa region, it excites me, so I jump onto the opportunity to do so.
ADGM is 5 years old and has achieved much in this time. What are some personal highlights?
The speed in which we roll new regulatory framework is something that I'm really proud of.
What have been some challenges you faced?
The first 2 years was extremely challenging. At the international forum front, nobody knows who we are. When we knock on doors, there's no trust, there's no credibility. So it took a lot of effort for us to build up the trust with fellow regulators in the first instance.
Having built trust between stakeholders, ADGM is bringing together partners, investors, and institutions from all over the world as part of a rich ecosystem. Can you tell us about any initiatives that you are working on together?
We developed our ecosystem to really support financial intermediation. So if you look at asset management sector on its own, we went around working with stakeholders such as our sovereign wealth funds, Abu Dhabi Investment Authority, Mubadala, and we understand their needs, understand how we can anchor more of their activities from here, be it from very simple things such as proper legal structure, proper legal vehicles, such as SPVs, to limited liability partnership, to fund structure that they need to anchor their activities here, to how do we help them to bring in the right talent and develop for the future. Fintech is another big area that we spend a lot of energy on. And again, is understanding the needs of innovators, entrepreneurs. Hence, we came up with the first regulatory sandbox in this region. By now, it's the second most active globally. We welcome companies from all over the world wishing to test their products and services before they are rolled into the marketplace.
So let's look down the road. How do you expect the regulatory environment to develop in the next 5 years?
A lot of innovation coming into the marketplace. And regulators globally are struggling to keep up with the innovation. Really, because some regulators do not quite have the expertise, they have not devoted enough resources. Maybe it's through no fault of theirs. It's the policy makers and the legislators that need to give them more resources into areas of tech governance, tech expertise, understanding new business model, so that they can manage all these areas well. So there are a lot of new innovation coming through, and regulators are trying to keep up. Key challenge for the industry at large is how do you work with the regulators to help them understand and help them understand the risk to manage it in such a manner that it doesn't curtail growth. Because when regulators do not quite understand the risk involved, they tend to go to quite extreme and regulate it as strictly as possible, because that's the safest way for regulators. But that will curtail growth. So a big challenge for the industry at large is to help regulators understand how to manage some of the risk dimension of their new business model coming into the marketplace to allow for sustained growth going forward.
How do you see the role of digital transformation in this space?
The Wirecard episode and scandal demonstrate that a lot of our problems are because we rely on very old methods and very analog methods of cash validation, banks validation. And that imposes a lot of challenges in the modern period. So we are working with firms where we have real-time surveillance and monitoring of monies held with the financial institutions. So at any point in time, if there's discrepancy between the account of the client and what they're supposed to be in there, ourselves and the financial institutions are alerted. So we are experimenting on all different fronts to arrive at a better outcome for customers, to arrive at a better outcome for financial institutions and ourselves as well.
What words have you lived by this week?
Hope for a vaccine to be deployed quickly. Hope for life to recover back to normal for most of us.